knowledgeable staff than ours. We're happy to help you find either the perfect recreational vehicle or the parts you've been looking for. Check out our catalogs to see what we have. If you need help with making your selection, call us again. We're always ready to help. Jorgensen's also, if you look around, one of the trucks that we use to transport equipment from venue to venue has Jorgensen's up in. Thanks for all of you.
They are a great company, and that truck is funny, right? I'm sure they have lots of other vehicles.
That's what we do. According to my watch, it's 7:53, folks. We are just minutes away from the start of our first race. Fans, family members, mountain bike enthusiasts of all stripes, make sure you're making your way to the starting line so that we can get this first riding today appropriate sunlight.
Absolutely. One of the biggest, funnest parts about a race is when you've got people cheering you on and screaming you on across the finish line. And so, I don't care if it's your kid or if it's not even your team, cheer all of these kids on because what they're doing is not easy. It is not easy at all. And when you see them come across the finish line and they are swept like a singing in church, they need to be cheered on. They need to be cheered on and then they can pass it after the finish line. But when they give it their all and they're up off their saddle and push it to the end, one of my favorite things is a sprint. Oh, I love watching those sprints. I get so excited. But it's just, I get so excited for race day. I get like in middle school.
That's right. Our fans, we've got fantastic fans. You guys bring great energy to each and every one of our race days. We appreciate that so much. And I know our students appreciate it. So let's bring it, folks. We're just minutes away from the start of our first race. Folks, we're literally minutes away from the start of our first race of the day, which is our Junior Eagle Boys. Make sure you're taking your way to the course, especially the starting area, to cheer those racers on.
Okay, where do I need to go?
That would be fun. Folks, thanks so much to all of our volunteers. Here in the announcers booth, we've got Jason. He's got a son at Races for Lone Peak. We appreciate all of the volunteers that come and help us out so much and make race day go so much smoother.
And we are always in need of volunteers. If you think one day, maybe you want to do something nice for somebody, anybody, think, hey, maybe we should volunteer for those people that ride those, things with big tires. Really does something. What we call mountain bike. And this is the Utah mountain bike league. We can use your help. So, good. Why not?
Absolutely. You can even do that today. Over at the registration pavilion, there's also a volunteers desk there. Say hi. Volunteer. We'd love to have you.
You do need to say more than just hi. You just walk up and say hi. We'll say hi back and then just smile with them. Say, I want to volunteer. Along with them. Get people like
2 minutes away from our start of our first race of the day, folks. Let's make some noise for those riders.
I heard like one scream out there. That seems exciting. It's kind of, I wish we could hear the starting line from here. That'd be exciting too.
Did you find it? Right in front of the first aid tent, by the gate, as the road coming up from the start.
We're about a minute away from the start of the first race of the day, folks. That's our Junior Devo Boys. Make sure that if you're part of that first load of riders today, which includes, again, Junior Devo of Boys Boys, as well as Intermediate Boys 8, both splits 1 and 2, and then Intermediate Boys 7. All 4 of those groups are going to be taken off within just about 10 minutes of each other. So we're in for some exciting races. Once they get going, you know how that goes. They don't stop. We're going to have sort of non-stop action from start to finish, folks. Thanks for being here. We love having you.
These first 2 waves that are going to be going through, first, good podium. Their podium thing is going to be around 11 o'clock. You for sure want to be around for that. Because we can all go around, we can share that here, give a good time. I don't know how many kids say that on the podium, because we know those kids, Virginia's there, they're all across the finish line. Not that all of them go, but it's just really fun to watch them and to cheer them on their success.
What comes according to the podium, folks?
Riders that are going to be hanging out. Racing around this corner, but they should be making the climb up the hill to that first stretch. Once again, we had an update on these trails. Our marches that are out there said that there's beautiful conditions. I don't think the temperature can be more perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. Keeps it cool down enough. Shaking the river, it's crazy.
Just a little bit of crispness in the air there. Now you can see that our first races today are off there, folks. If you look out to the south there, they're underway, folks. Make some noise.
It's hard being so far away from the starting line because we want to cheer him on too. We just can't see him. Yes, Gabe! You can take it all the way, Gabe! One of our rescue members just passed by here. He's the one that's keeping a lookout on the trails, keeping everybody safe. He is one one heck of an athlete, that Mr. Gabe.
We should have our second wave of riders just taking off here any minute for the second race of the day here, folks. We're excited to have you. Get out those cowbells. Let's cheer those racers on.
Our next racers are out on the course. Just heard the countdown. We should be seeing coming up. We should see them coming up the hill any second now.
Looking out over the venue here, we've got, with all of our unique rock formations that we've got here, there's lots of really interesting and great vantage points reviewing this race. Just above the announcer's booth here, we've got, somebody's got a perfect perch up on the big rock here. That's a great place to watch the race. Please be careful, especially with small children, as they're climbing on the rocks there. We'd hate to have an incident off the race course and have to respond to that.
Oh, I see some of our riders coming around the bend there.
Like Chris was saying earlier, there's lots of opportunities for these riders to be able to pass each other, which isn't always the case on courses. But this makes it for a more exciting race when they can have those opportunities to pass out.
Besides how fun this course is, my biggest impression of this race course is that absolutely almost the unlimited number of variations on the lines that can be taken throughout the vast majority of this course. In order to get around some opponents there, but I think it should make for excellent spectating, and I think there's some really neat racing.
Absolutely. So I do have to say, when you say body-bike separation, for those of us who are still
1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Front line needs to wait for that sweep to come back. I'm going to go ahead and go on time.
That gives you a lot less mobility there. So you want to get up, stand on those pedals, make sure that you can move that bike around. You want to be athletic stance there, where you've got the weight on the balls of your feet there, and the pedals underneath, so you can move that bike around.
I graduated in May.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Awesome.
You just stayed stagnant. That wouldn't be very successful. And that's actually one of my favorite scenes also is as they're coming across the finish line, they get up out of their saddles and they're giving it all they got. Determination in their racing and the drive. It's a beautiful sight. Another wave that just was heading out, that would be our
Camera that I'm moving today. Scott.
that just took off, so they will be coming up around the bend. And really, I don't know, what would be your guess on how soon we're going to see the first group of boys coming across to go out for their next half lap? Get the time, Chris.
27 minutes.
27 minutes.
We'll see how close we are.
I'm going to say 28.65.
Right. I like that. That's a good guess. I know that's a heck of a lot faster than mine.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a lot faster than all my laps.
Again, this course, I think, is going to provide something for everyone that's going to race today. I think there's going to be some obstacles out there that are going to be really challenging and really going to push some of our beginning riders, but I think going to give them an opportunity to shine. We've got with the finish line area, they're coming by give him a good cheer there.
And that sun is going to get like those clouds. I don't want to go up there and do like a little dance. TikTok will last forever. That's what I don't want.
Kind of like you were saying, there's got to be a lot of movement with the
That's one of the techniques that they teach. Micah teaches and emphasizes and stresses, and also one of the many techniques that our fabulous coaches, assistant coaches, and ride leads help our students understand so that they can not only ride better and be faster, but have more fun.
Yeah, and that is one of like the main core principles of NICA is fun. They really want it to be fun. They want it to be. Let's see. I will actually read them. Inclusivity. I didn't say that right. Let's see if I can speak today. Inclusivity. Equity, respect, and community. What did you have to say? The first time I saw equity, I thought, they're not buying a house. But I do have to say that they're actually really awesome values that NICA has, and it's teaching them how to be able to, push themselves, to be able to feel welcome, and they also teach a lot of respect out on the courses, which is really important when you're out there, to be able to respect one another, even when it comes to acting, just respect. Students that may need a little extra help or have disabilities when it comes to writing, they have a coach that can write along with them and are able to do these courses. And these courses are quite difficult, but so if you see one of our Elevate writers, you will see one of the coaches writing along with them. Give a huge shout out to them because this may be a little more challenging for them. Looks like we've got another group that just went around. That would be our last one for the set now. Who's going to win on the time of who's coming through? I'm pretty sure I'm going to win, and Chris is going to owe me a drink later.
I'm sure he will.
Or $50. I'll take either.
Or $50.
It's an expensive drink. I like to drink liquid gold.
Coaches, riders, parents, as we look towards the second wave of races, that's going to be our junior Evo, advanced girls, intermediate girls, beginner girls, sports 1 and 2. For those races,
by them and you're like, go Grant! They all scream and squeal. It's like, man, you feel like a superstar.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to remind everybody once again, please only cross where there are crossing guards. I see many people doing that right now. High fives to all of them. And please be respectful of our volunteers who are telling you not to cross or when to cross. It is for the safety of the riders and for you yourself. I can tell you that getting hit by a biker that is going at least 50 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure 50 miles an hour, will not feel good. It doesn't feel good.
Not at all.
And especially want to get to the finish line, be careful crossing over there. Stay out of their own way. Even though it may not
they're very close. If they see people crossing in the distance, subconsciously they do slow down because they're afraid of who's going to be running out on the course. So don't mess up their times. Be respectful. Stay off the trail. Cross where our crossing guards are, our amazing volunteers that are out here helping out. And there's a reason why they're there. So if they have their stop signs out, don't just blow by them because you have to get that picture on the other side. The picture on the side, the picture you're going to get on that side, it will be beautiful. It will be beautiful. So don't worry. Speaking of pictures being taken, we actually have a photographer out. Her name is Andy. You'll see her out there taking pictures. Some people like to call her Karen. She's not a Karen. She's actually quite a lovely lady. But it's Selective Vision that she is with. It's the Utah's professional photographer. Pictures of the races can be found on our website under the race tab, and there will be thousands of pictures to choose from. So if you don't feel like you just got that perfect shot of your child, go online. Go online and check it out, and you'll see what an amazing work Angie does. And it is a ton of work. Not only does she do amazing pictures, but then she also goes and edits them and goes through all of them so they can be posted up on our website. So once again, go after the race, go check it out under the race tab, and you can pull up all the pictures. She tries her best to get as many right as she can. May not be able to get every single one, but it's still fun to go and see all those riders out there. Another thing I'd like to point out as you are out there taking pictures of your children, grandchildren, neighbors, acquaintances, post them on to, we want to see them on our Instagram page also. Our Instagram page is at Utah HSMTB. There's a few hashtags that you can use that will link it to our Instagram account. Hashtag more kids on bikes, hashtag my NICA and hashtag Utah HSMTV. We would love to see your kids' pictures. We would love to see grandchildren's pictures. Of course, if they're riding a bike, don't send us random children pictures. But all those riders out there, we'd love to see them, and we want to show them off. We're proud of them.
We are for sure, and there's lots to be proud of. Folks, if you look off to the west of the announcer's tent, we've got Sean from Game On Live Studio up on the large rock formation there, setting up cameras. Folks, this is our live streaming service that we are thrilled to present today. Look on Game On Live Studio, which is at www.gols.co. That's a live streaming service that provides both audio and visual, not just for the folks that are here at the venue, but for relatives and friends that may have not been able to make the trip so that they can tune in and follow along with the action. We're so grateful to have Game On Live Studio here with us today.
And even if you feel like you missed something in the race, you'll be able to log on later and to watch the race again. And also to hear Chris and I once again. I mean, because who would not want to do that? But no, Sean with Game On Live Studio, he is one heck of a guy. As you probably know, you probably got emails about another live streaming that it ended up not working out, and Sean just stepped up to the plate and said, hey, we'll come and do this for you guys. And so really, I mean, it was short notice and he was just on it, and we can't thank him enough for coming out.
We've got a good crowd that's starting to gather here at the finish line. We're grateful to have you here. Thanks for your support that you show to our student athletes. We're excited to have you cheer as your rider comes across the finish line here. Again, be mindful of the race course. Let's stay out of everybody's way so that they can have their fastest and safest race. Thank you again to all of our volunteers that come together to help us put together the race course and help us throughout the course of the race day. We are so in need of your help, and we couldn't do these races without your help. Thank you also to our full-time race crew that do just an absolutely fabulous job of setting up the course and all the infrastructure that goes along with that. Thankful for the medical staff and race crew. Thanks for the great work that you do and making sure that
our riders are safe.
Chris was able to go out and ride this course a few times yesterday while some of us were working. I give him a hard time. He was working too. I just was working way harder. No, but Chris, tell us a little bit about this trail because it's not an easy trail, so I guess it would count as working.
Well, it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. I hope that I pulled my weight on the work side, but I did take advantage of the opportunity to ride the course. I just found it incredibly entertaining. All of the various lines that you're able to take through some of the techie areas there, I think are going to prove to be a real challenge for a lot of our riders, but give them an opportunity to shine. I think for our advanced riders, I think they are just going to have a ball making their way through some of the obstacles there. Lots of fun, twisty, turny downhill sections there that run right into some techie sections through the slick rock that we have there. That slick rock, despite its name, it's only slick when it's wet. When it's dry, it has all kinds of attackiness and that is just super fun to ride. We've got a really good section of that right at the beginning of the course, scattered a little bit throughout the middle of the course, and then a couple of spots on the way down there. We've got lots of fun and flowy areas here on the final third of the course there. Again, because of the nature of this course, lots of opportunities for people to make passes and to mix things up. So I think it's going to be just a really exciting race course for this good.
So on some of these more technical climbs, where exactly are they able to open up and be able to pass? Are any of them on these massive uphill climbs?
Well, some of them are going to be on these just really sort of steep obstacles there where there's going to be sort of a more easy line where probably the vast majority of the riders can head for, but those that are more adventurous that maybe have a little bit more in terms of bike skill, they're going to be able to take a more advanced line that's probably more high risk, but also really high reward in terms of being able to make a pass on somebody that's taking that easier route.
I love that there's so many opportunities for them to pass up and just be able to push them and drag themselves. Because I think sometimes when you get stuck on those single track areas and you don't feel like you can pass for a long time, you tend to kind of lose your drive and place it off the other person.
I agree. I think this course is really nice. So those that have the motivation, those that have both the bike skills as well as the stamina and endurance, really rewarded
That'll make for an exciting race. I'm quite excited to see them come up across the finish line. Like this first wave that's going to be coming through is going to be doing a lap and a half. So they're going to extend the lap. The rest that are coming through are going to be doing one lap. But we'll have to watch as these advanced boys come up and just know that they're going to keep going after they cross this finish line, so they're not going to be done yet. But still, cheer them on, encourage them to keep going, because they're going to go back out and do another big climb.
Coaches and riders, it's about 8:20 right now for our second wave riders, which are our junior Devo girls, and this includes our advanced girls, intermediate girls, and beginning girls, both split 1 and 2. Now's the time to find your way to the staging and starting area there so that you can get ready for races that are set to begin around 8:40.
I just also want to remind everybody to please not cross over the trail, especially here as the finish line is starting. I guarantee that both sides are going to give you a wonderful photograph moment. If you get one side and then feel like you got to run to the other before they get there, just, resist that urge. Stay on one side. Especially watch out for your kids. We've had times where kids have been hit by bikers because they went taken out into the trail not realizing that the bikers were coming. It was not a pretty scene. And so I love how, even as I'm saying this, we have people running across. But really, please be very aware. Even if you think, oh, they're far enough in the distance, if they see you crossing the trail, it subconsciously, they will slow down because they don't want someone to shoot out into the trail and get hit. So just be aware, let's be respectful, and help them get the best times that they can.
We really hope you're enjoying this beautiful venue here at Three Peaks Recreation Area. This is a Bureau of Land Management administered area. These are your public lands, folks. Let's use them, enjoy them, and let's use them wisely. Let's be fire conscious and fire safe. Let's make sure that we clean up after ourselves. But really, what a great opportunity to be here and use our public lands.
And speaking of public lands, you don't even have to go use the restroom in the trees, because we have got a sponsor from I Got Poop. They are an amazing sponsor. They do all sorts of stuff. It's not just a porta potty. Oh, yeah, don't cross here. And they not only just handle, your waste disposal needs, they also do a sewer inspection on camera. They also do roll-off dumpsters. They do drain cleaning, video pipe locating, septic system repair and install, and many more services. And they actually have many locations throughout Utah. And I have yet to be in one that I was absolutely disgusted in. They're actually pretty clean, and they keep them nice, keep them updated. And they also have a station where you can wash your hands, which is important. Wash your hands. Let's be COVID-free, everyone.
Another one of our valued sponsors, folks, is Cedar's. We believe in the power of bicycles to make the world a better place. That's why our bicycle racks are designed to make it easier to simply get out and go. Our products have been on the market since 1989 and are built to last. And as we celebrate our 25th year anniversary, we've shown that just like our racks, we can withstand the test of time.
We have a whole bunch of amazing sponsors this year, and we would not be able to do it without them. Not only do these sponsors, help us financially, but they also help us through product. As you'd see, like with Jorgensen's, you'll see their truck driving around. You see a lot of the teams and even the race crew decked out in Hyperthreads gear. There's just a lot of really awesome support with like Strike Visuals. And we can't do it without them. So if you are someone that would love to be a sponsor for the Utah League, let us know, because we'd love to have you part of the team.
We would love to have you. And you know who else is important in this whole process? It's our parents. Parents that provide bikes, that take kids to practice, that provide transportation, that get us to races. Make sure you get to races on time. Thank you, parents, for giving us the opportunity to work with your kids. We appreciate the trust you put in, trust in us to provide good race opportunities. Thank you also to our head coaches, assistant coaches, drivers, sweep, all of those that make our individual teams run more smoothly. We know that it takes a lot of time and effort, and these folks donate their time. Thank you for giving our children such great opportunities to learn this kind of sport.
Right, and this cannot be done without volunteer help. And our league is growing. It is growing rapidly to a point where we have actual National NICA League employees that are going to be going to our next race that's in our North region to be able to see how we're able to put on such large races. And really, we've become kind of the example to follow, which is always fun, but we are growing so fast. So if you've even thought about, hey, maybe I should help this team out, or maybe I want to join the race crew, come do it, because we're going to need more and more people, because we're just going to keep growing.
Yep, we seem to grow every year. It doesn't seem that there's any slowing down in sight. So. Another one of our valued sponsors is First Endurance. First Endurance offers innovative nutrition that meets the unparalleled demands and requirements for serious endurance athletes so that they can train harder than ever before without compromise. With First Endurance, you don't need anything else. We designed the line to work as a system so there's no more guesswork. The result, breakthrough nutrition that's second to none. I know Portland, one of our other announcers, is a former professional road bike racer, and he swears by First Endurance products.
couple of pro racers that are announcers, and it's really fun to work with them because I, as we stated, are quite at my beginning stages of mountain biking, and it's really fun to listen to them and hear them talk about the trails and talk about, you know, the tips and all the secrets of being an amazing rider. Anyway, it is. It's really fun to be able to work with these people, and you know, all these kids out here, they have an opportunity to continue riding after this. This is just the beginning for them.
Folks, we've talked a lot about volunteers today, but I just received word from our volunteer coordinator. There's a need for more volunteers today for stationary course marshals. If you're here, if you want to get out on course and get a little bit closer to the action, please make your way to the volunteer desk that's over in the registration and volunteer pavilion just to the south of the finish line here. We could really use your help.
And really it helps, you know, if we can have repeat course marshals, and there is a reward. If you are a stationary course marshal, I think it's three shifts that you start getting awards, and then more if you stay longer. Hey, it looks like we have our first rider coming up of our advanced boys. And he is giving it all he has, going across that line. Out for...
That's Tacoma Smith, Carbon High School, coming across the finish line right there.
Tacoma Smith. Yeah, so he just finished. So this is one thing that I did not realize. When they do an extra lap, they just send him out there. So they didn't even cross over here. So that was my bad. That's awesome. So he is our first place for intermediate 8th grade boys. Tacoma Smith. Well done, Tacoma. So with our advanced boys that are out there doing that extended lap, we should be seeing them, I would say, what, in the next 5 or so minutes? Maybe more than that. Depends on if they're on their e-bike or not.
And just to give you an idea here, so Tacoma, who just finished our provisional first place in intermediate 8th grade boys there, his lap time was just a couple of seconds over 26 minutes.
Sounds like we have some more riders coming across. Well done. Well done. These are two teammates that came across. Who was that, Chris?
So those are two Lone Peak riders, Carson Bird and Easton Siegel.
Well done, boys.
So those are our provisional second and third place riders. Easton Siegel second and Carson Bird unofficial third.
Here comes another rider. He is going muy rápido.
That's Mountain Ridge rider Tristan Brechtold. Really pushing it right to the finish line. That's Carbon High School rider Garrett Murray. Followed by Harriman rider William Starkley. Starkey, excuse me. Fisher Jolie, Orem High School. Folks, if you're tuned in at home or away from the venue through Game On Live Studio, welcome. It's nice to have you here. Hopefully you can hear us and see us. To tune in, go to www.gols.co so you can tune into that live stream.
We've got another racer coming up, and he is pushing all the way to the end, and there's one shortly behind him.
Mountain Ridge rider Colton Hafen.
We've got two coming in.
Also, those are, so we've got our first rider from the advanced boys. That's Lincoln Goodwin. He's our current points leader. Also, Asher James, Chase Asherly. Chase Atherley, excuse me. We've got a number of different groups that are out on course right now. Some of these are intermingled, but it looks like we've got unofficial first place from Lincoln Goodwin, who's a long peak rider in the junior judo boys, followed by Asher James from Westlake High School.
We've got a sprint going on.
Looks like we've got Magnus Gray, Blake Graber, Cole Christensen.
I don't know about all of you out there, but man, I get excited for race day. I love watching these kids out here riding. We've got another rider that is coming up. He is out of his saddle, giving it all he's got.
Pushing her right to the end. Lucky driver coming across the finish line.
I love that look of relief when they cross that finish line also. We've got a big group coming in.
Zach Wakefield, Sam Fulton, Henry Stevens, Tate Larson.
Oh, we've got a sprint to the finish line.
Henry.
3-minute sprint. I love watching those.
Hunter Cottom, Bradley Dillon, Zachary O'Connell, Tyler Cedar, Jack Peterson. David Mason, Harriman High School.
We got two riders that are coming in.
Matthias Bird, Ben Frederick, Riverton High School. That's Copper Hills Riders, Julian Bingham, Carter Fletcher, Riverton High School. Rider Quinn Myers, Riverton rider Evan Lee, Dylan Shepard, Bradley Beal, Harriman High School, Westlake, Carter Peterson.
We've got a sprint going on. Let's see who can ride it out.
Pushing her right to the line there. That's the Riverton rider Luke Ross, Keegan, Erkenbrack from Cedar Valley. Isaac Larson, Harriman High School. That's a BMX rider there, folks.
As you see them coming up and they give that.
Spears, Lone Peak High School. Riker Olson. Lots of our riders like Isaac are dual sport riders that also race BMX as well as mountain bikes. Chase Nixon, Orman High School. Also, Tony Hatch, Freedom High School. Colin Barlow, Lone Peak. Also, Carter Manwaring, Quinn Jacobson, Asher Pope, Ian Scoville.
We've got a sprint going on, and they are giving it all they've got. Coming across the finish line.
That's Bingham Ryder, Garrett Tennant, Andrew Torstead, Durham High School. Also, Carson Mink, Lone Peak High School is in that crew. Cedar Valley rider, Logan Gailey, Carson Smith, Bingham High School. Tanner Gillespie, Provo High School. Andrew Jensen, Bingham High School. Summit Sadler, Bingham High School. Mortimer, Logan Short, Steele Elton, Cedar Valley High School, Boston Scott, Whitman High School, Thorne Felstead, Sean Kelly, Parker Clayton, Beckham Schooley, McKay Atkin, Caden Wilson, Riverton High School.
We had a GoPro. I would want to see that footage after that race.
That'd be exciting. Nick Wheatloaf, Sanders High School. These riders giving it all they got right to the finish line here. Cohen, Keith, Warren High School, Kate Armstrong, Harriman. Dylan Hefner, Adam Frank, West Granite Composite. Bingham Bagley, Orem High School, Jameson Burton, Westlake High School. Bingham High School rider, Caden Watkins.
We've got some riders coming in, and there's a sprint to the finish line.
Isaiah Ward, Carson Taylor, Luke McGarry, Westlake High School, Xander Holzer, Carbon High School, Harrison Garner, Bingham High School,
Oh, that right there is one of our marshals.
County Rally, Lone Peak High School, Rockwell, Babcock, Riverton High School, Spencer Ridges, Steve, Lincoln True. It sounds like our girls have just started their race. It's 8:40 there, folks. Let's cheer on those girls, our junior Devo girls, as they make their way out onto this fun and exciting course.
We just had Noah Garger come through, Cohen Morin, and also Jordan Taylor come across the finish line there.
Folks, these are our junior Devo riders. Remember, these guys are like 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Some of these folks, this is their first season racing. Cole Arthur, let's see, Ryan Anderson, Quinn Olson, Harriman High School. Also, Ryder Anderson, Ryan Anderson in that mix. Nixon Flegel. That's Bingham High School rider Chad Darby, Aspen Fonger, Kia Miller, Brent Agard, Westlake High School, also in that group. Dallin Robbins, Trent Weed, Provo High School, Grant Sherman, Lucas Kearse, Jeremiah Jones, Riverton High School, Mateus Lamb, Westlake, Jackson E, Harriman High School, Chase Hunter, High School rider Lincoln Franson, Ben Brudner, Milo Snow, Nigel Blake, Cameron Black and the whole group there, Luke Murdoch, Isaac Archuleta, Griffin Rain.
We also had a Jonathan Malinka come on through. And a Seth Walton and Seth Gale also coming on through with Orem.
Folks, thanks so much for your support here at the finish line, cheering on your student athletes here as they make their way to the finish. Again, please be mindful of the course so that we can provide a safe and fast race course for our student athletes today. We should have our second or third wave of Junior Devo girls just out on course now.
That was Ian Weston, who just crossed over with Lone Peak.
Sounds like our second or third wave of Junior Devo girls have just started. If you look down to the south there, just below Rocky Peak there, beyond the first day tent, you should see those second wave of Junior Devo girls coming by any second now.
We had Sam Steele and also Liam Packer cross over the finish line. Liam with Riverton, Utah, and Sam with Lone Peak.
That's Lone Peak rider Ryan Keller, followed by Cedar Valley rider Braden Griffiths.
That was Ethan Bergen coming across strong. He is with Provo. That would be Carter Blair with Westlake and Evan Crane with Jordan High.
Giving it all he's got. Across the finish line there. Big group of riders there, folks. There's Dino in the mix there. And some of our
Asher Ellis. That was Thomas Griffin coming through with Jordan High. Griffin. Thomas Griffin. Roby, Lone Peak High School as well. Westlake rider, Jason Luke. Total High School, North Taylor. Xander Grant. Tyson Peterson, Westlake High School. So we just had our third wave of Junior Devo girls just start the race. Look out to the south there beyond our first day tent there. You can see those girls come by here any minute. A couple of Kingdom High School riders coming across. That's Mark Knorr and William Clayton coming across the finish line. Followed by Ian Christensen, Parker Wilson, Logan Short, Boston Scott, Trent Lee, Jack Maloof. Also had I don't know if any of you have noticed, but we have a gorgeous young lady walking up and down the track taking pictures. And she is one of the best photographers I think I've ever met. Also, she was a supermodel for many years over in Italy. And if you want to get her autograph, I'm sure she'll give you one. Her name is Karen. Sorry, it's not Karen. That would be Angie. She is the supermodel, though. She used to take pictures of herself, too. That's how she became so famous. But she is with Selective Vision, one of our photography companies.
Tate Thomas Mountain rider.
And she just got a gorgeous picture of Tate with all that skill and talent. But she's with Selective Vision. It's the Utah League's professional photographer. And pictures can be found on the website after the race, in the race tab. There'll be thousands of pictures. Thousands of pictures. 2 pictures. There will be 2 pictures of her favorite. No, there'll be a lot of pictures though you'll be able to see, and she puts a lot of time into this. So if you see her out on the track, scream at her. You might want to get a picture with her. She is famous in many parts of China for all of her modeling work.
We're just about a minute away from the start of the last race here in our girls junior Devo race. That's going to be our beginner girls, the second split in that group. When we've got splits like that, that means we've got so many riders in that category that we need to break them up into different groups there. That's really, evidence of how popular our sport is. It's awesome to see that both with our with the boys as well as the girls there. That's one of the things we're most proud of is the opportunity for both boys and girls to participate in mountain bike riding. Just a fantastic opportunity for them to get out there and to do this. And we just started that last girls Devo race. This is Crew Lastrup, Mountain Ridge High School.
Rider up off his saddle. Who was that, Chris?
That is Eli Bortle, Westlake High School. Really pushing it right to the end. Nice work. One of our newest sponsors for the Utah High School Cycling League is Crash Pads. Crash Pads would like to offer 50% off on the best bandages on the market. Hopefully you won't need those, but if you do, they're engineered specifically for athletes. Crash Pads cushion, protect, and heal insanely fast. Get them now on Amazon. Let's see, that's Landon English. Mountain Ridge High School. Order those Crash Pads products on Amazon. Crash Pads is also a local Utah company. Izumi is also one of our sponsors. Izumi is a worldwide leader in cycling apparel. It's a proud sponsor of the 2021 Utah High School Cycling League. Visit the Pearl Izumi factory store located at Outlets Park City to shop their extensive collections of road, mountain, and lifestyle cycling apparel and footwear. Pearl Izumi. Here we go. Folks, I see a rider pushing his bike there for a minute. Maybe he's had a mechanic along the way. Let's cheer this rider along as he makes his way into the finish here.
We have got dedication. A runner! It is not easy.
That's
when
Ryan
you're
Rand, Sloan Peak High School. Nice work, buddy. also Jacob Christiansen, also in that group there, both from Lone Peak.
A lot of times when you see these riders running in, their bike has given up on them. They have not given up, but their bike has given up.
Another bike pusher coming across the line here. That looks like it's Will Dowley, Westlake High School. Nice work, buddy.
Nice work. Way to finish.
Yep, Shane, nowhere in sight on that bike. Nowhere in sight.
Shane is gone. That has got to be so frustrating out on the course. When you see those runners coming through, just scream them on in, because that means they're going to finish no matter what. Their derailleur could have broken, their chains could have disappeared, their bike could just be tired and giving up, but they want to finish, so scream them on in. We've got another rider coming in, pedaling fast, all the way to the end.
That's Harriman right there, Striker Brian. Let's see. Looks like we've got Alex Homer, Tate Bevan. So switching to our third wave of races for the day. That's going to be a beginner boys 8-2 splits of those. Start times for those are about 9:20 and 9:23. Take a look at your time now, folks. Start making your way to staging area. Also included in that group, we've got our beginner boys 7. There's 2 splits of those as well. Start making your way to the staging area. Finish up your warm-ups. Thanks so much to our sweeps out there. Appreciate the work that they do. Our course marshals that are out on course day that provide direction and make sure that our student athletes are having a fun and safe ride out there. Thanks for all that you do.
I'd also like to have another reminder to please not cross over the fencing that we have. Even down at the orange fencing that's not so high. If you cross over and a rider sees you in the distance, they subconsciously will slow down. It does affect them. Just have some respect. But I promise you, I know they're pretty, but that blue ribbon is not there just for looks. It's there for a reason, to keep everybody safe, to keep riders safe. Please don't cross over the trail, especially as the riders are coming up to the finish. But don't ever go through the fencing, because I will hunt you down.
Ascend Sportswear is continuing to support and grow youth cycling by becoming the bronze sponsor level for the 2021 season. Ascend specializes in high-performance custom team apparel and prides themselves on family-style customer service and support. They've specifically designed a program for NICA teams that helps take the burden off getting team gear and allows you to get back to having fun and making memories. That's Ascend Sportswear. Also, keep in mind Nick Marcosian Auto, who I understand is a cycle enthusiast himself. We pride ourselves in helping you find a car you love at the most competitive pricing and financing available. Whether your credit score is over 700 or under 550, we will arrange the best financing out there or finance you ourselves. Choose any one of our 80-point checked, fully certified and warranted vehicles. I know we're going to find the car that you'll love. Nick Marcosian Auto. folks, if you've got time available today, we are in need of stationary course marshals, I think starting around the noon hour. So if that's something that you would be interested in, we could really use your help. If you'd like to volunteer to do that, make your way over to the permanent pavilion that's just south of the finish line here. There is a table there for volunteers. Please check in there, let them know if you wish to help, and they can point you in the right direction. Again, we depend so much on our volunteers to help make our races come off with a hitch, give our riders an opportunity to have the safest, funnest, and fastest race possible. Our race today is located at the Three Peaks Recreation Area, which is a Bureau of Land Management recreation area. This is a fantastic facility that not only has mountain bike trails, but also OHV trails. I noticed that there's a radio-controlled bar track. Lower down, I think there are hiking trails available. These are your public lands, folks. Take advantage of that. Use them responsible. Be careful with your use of fire and remove your litter, please.
We've got a rider coming through, finishing up nicely.
That's Creek Star, Lone Peak High School.
Love that look of relief on their faces after such a hard ride. Once they cross that finish line, it's like the sigh of relief of, oh, I did it. Not only just a sigh of relief, but a look of pride in their eyes.
Absolutely. Lots of fun out there, too. I mean, that's really the point here, folks. We're out to ride bikes. Bikes are fun.
We just have a beautiful day here today. Looks like everyone's smiling. If you're not smiling, you have no joy in your life. You should be smiling. It's a bike race.
It is a bike race. And I know somebody who's smiling. It's Sean from Game On Live Studio that's on the Rock Promontory. He's got his arms held up there just to the west of the announcing booth there. You can see his camera set up there. You can access the live feed, both audio and visual of this race, if you go to www.gols.co. You can log on to the live stream there. That's not only for folks that are here at the venue, but also for family and friends that might not have been able to make the trip. They can tune in. Maybe grandma and grandpa back home can tune in and watch the action as it unfolds here at Three Peaks.
So sometimes we have some extreme technical difficulties when it comes to the finish line here. They still get the correct finishing, but sometimes it's not coming through quickly and as quickly as we'd like it to. But just a very rough draft of the podium today for Junior Devo Intermediate Boys. We got Tacoma Smith, Easton Siegmiller, Carson Bird, Tristan Blechtold, and Garrett Murray. The unofficial results there for our Junior Devo. And unfortunately, we're not able to catch all the advanced boys, but we've got a Lincoln, Goodwin, and Asher James that are both there at the top of the list. We're hoping to be able to keep our computer going and working, and so we can give you a better reading of who's coming in. But I do have to say, that I lost the bet with Chris. I'm going to have to buy him a drink later. It was 2607 was the first one that came through. That was a Tacoma Smith.
What was my guess? What was my guess?
Your guess, I think, was 22.
No.
It was 26.
I think it was 27.
27? Oh, it was 27, and I had 28.65. I was off. I didn't even have the top three.
These student athletes always surprise us, right?
They really do. They really do, and it seems like each year they just are getting stronger and stronger, which makes it fun. But as you watch them come through, like on the finish lines, and they are just sprinting across, I love it when you've got 2 or 3, even 4 racing to the very end, and you just see them putting everything they've got, every last ounce of energy to cross that finish line and that look of determination. Ooh, one of my other favorite things is when they come across the line just screaming. Like they just have to yell to get through the finish. I love that because you know that is every ounce of energy that they are given to finish.
Definitely is. Lots of good energy here at the finish line, folks. Thanks so much for your support. Please be mindful of the course. Only cross at designated crossing areas. Please be respectful of our volunteers that are there to help cross safely. They're just there to help. They're just there to help us out and to make sure that you're safe, that our riders are safe, that we have an event that comes off without a hitch. Thank you also to our coaches and head coaches, assistant coaches, ride leads, all of those folks that take care of any number of logistical things that go into putting together a team. Ordering uniforms, finding sizes. Can't imagine trying to find sizes for nearly 200 riders. I used to coach a BMX team, and we had 20 riders, and it used to give me nightmares and fits just trying to find sizes for those folks. So times that by 10, and you can understand sort of the logistical challenge that goes into this. Rides to practices, to races, making sure that we've got enough ride leads and swings to cover all of those volunteer positions. Thank you so much to parents, friends, family that pitch in and give our student athletes such a good opportunity to ride safely, to learn skills, and to be able to have such a fun time.
Sounds like we got a birthday today. There might be a boulder hopper. His name is Steele, and he is at the top of that boulder in an orange helmet. Happy birthday, Steele. Be careful up there.
Folks, with all of the really unique rock formations that we have here at Three Peaks, we've got wonderful vantage points for viewing our race. I can see many of you are taking advantage of those. Please be mindful of the safety concerns when you're climbing out there on these features. I know that it's a lot of fun, but there's been a lot of potential accidents out there. Please enjoy yourselves, but be careful as well.
And also know where your children are at all times. We don't have lifeguards. Sorry about that. Oh, that's not surprising. That's why you have a nanny. We have some. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. Just a little bit of interference. But we have some amazing sponsors that are out here today, and we've got some that have been with us for a long time, some that are new as sponsors. But one of our longtime sponsors is Pearl Azumi. I don't know if that was me. Oh, that was Chris. All of you can yell at Chris. My voice sounds like an angel. His sounds like static. But Pearl Izumi is a worldwide leader in cycling apparel. It's a proud sponsor of the 2021 Utah High School Cycling League. Visit Pearl Izumi factory store located at the outlets of Park City to shop their extensive collection of road, mountain, and lifestyle cycling apparel and footwear. Pearl Izumi, here we go. I actually have been to that store many, many times and have a lot of my equipment from there. It is awesome when you can hit their sales up at that factory store. They've got some really good jerseys and also padded shorts, which is a necessity for all of us. Another one of our amazing sponsors is Ascend Sportswear. Ascend Sportswear is continuing to support and grow youth cycling by becoming a bronze sponsor level for 2021 season. Ascend specializes in high-performance custom team apparel and prides themselves on family style, customer service, and support. They've officially designed a program for Nike teams that helps take the burden off of getting team gear and allow you to get back to having fun and making memories. So thank you, Ascend Sportswear, for your sponsorship. If you or someone you know would like to become a sponsor for our Utah League, let us know. We always love having new sponsors. We get to talk about you on the mic, which also goes over live streaming thanks to Game On Live Studio. Game On Live Studio came in last minute for us for this live streaming. So anybody that is joining us by the live streaming, welcome. Welcome to our birthday. beautiful. Maybe you should go outside with your radio/electronic device. Listen to it outside. It's a good done. But if you would like to go and learn more about Game On Live Studio, their website address is www.gols.co. GOLS.co. That's Game On Live Studio. They also, on Instagram, are at Game On LS. You can go check them out. But also, if you can't make it to one of our races, if you want to see what it's like at any of our other races, and love to hear an answer to races for 10 to 12 hours straight, you can go on and watch it again and again. I can lull you to sleep at night if you want to go to Game On Live Studio. Gut instincts that they're going to be coming up this hill pretty soon to the finish line. And we want everybody to be cheering them on. I can see some horns. I can hear some cowbells. And we want to hear you screaming and yelling. You don't have to have a horn or cowbell. Your lungs are an amazing instrument. But if you would like to have a cowbell, I'm pretty sure they're selling them over at the Hyperthreads trailer over there. Hyperthreads is one of our amazing sponsors also. But they have got a lot of awesome gear over there. They got noisemakers, cowbells, jerseys, socks, umbrellas. Man, pretty much anything to make your dreams come true, Hyperthreads has over in that trailer. I have to say that's one thing that I really do love about the NICA program is that anybody can come out and ride. Anybody can come and do this. Young to old to, well, only to a certain age, because when you're older, then you have to be on the race crew. Yeah, it's the league's goal to make it a really positive and safe experience for our student athletes. And one of the best things is that it's a competitive sport, but you're competing against your own time, and you can make it better and better each time. It's just a very positive environment. Unlike some other sports where it gets a little more intense and your teammates may start screaming at you, that does not happen here. Absolutely. And this also can't be done without volunteers and parents, and we are just always in need of volunteers. If you want to come out and help, you can help your team, you can help us as a league. We need the help. We're always in need. Even today they were saying that we needed some extra stationary course marshals. I'm sure later today we're probably going to need some more. So if you want to keep hanging out with us, go to the volunteer table that it's over at the pavilion over there by registration and let them know that you're in to stay. We do. And this pilot is got some extremely fast riders. And it is fun. It is so much fun watching them out on the course today. Just like to remind all of those that are there at the end of that blue fencing, please do not cross over the trail. I know it's super tempting to see both sides, but one side is just as good as the other. Please be respectful and don't cross over the trail, even though you can see them in the distance. That still can mess up their time. Stay on one side and just scream them on through. They can hear you. Here comes our fourth finisher here, flying through.
He's actually our unofficial first place rider for Advanced Girls, followed by Jen Bonner, Jen Lloyd, Adelaide Smith, Sarah Milton.
So our top two girls with Advanced Girls, the Kaya Miller and Aspen Fonger, they came in at incredible times, and they were doing a lap and a half. And those times were just over 30 minutes, and that was some good timing. Yes, sir. I'd just like to thank Ryan as one of our main sponsors. He walks around with gasoline and fills up people's cars. If you ran out of gas, let him know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're a team where there's nothing better than you pick day. We're a team where we make it easy to order beautiful USA-made custom cycling apparel for your team.
Oh, up off the saddle. They're out of the saddle and riding to the end. Well done, well done. That, my friends, that was Quincy Pepper. And that is our unofficial third place for Advanced Girls from Lone Peak Junior, and our junior Devos from Lone Peak High. Well done.
We're a team where customer service is the best in the business, and we help you through the entire process. From pre-design to our unique kitchen to improve the movement kit.
We have Lily Jones and Sarah Spalino and Afton Duchesne, Madeline Ermet, all coming across. We also have Rachel Millerberg coming across. And Alexa Jarvis. Marin Fonsbeck came across strong. Annika Hadlock, Haley Michaels, and Audrey Atkinson. And it looks like Kelsey Warren was our unofficial third place for beginner girls, and Sophie Bush for our unofficial fourth place. That would also be taking the podium. With a huge sigh of relief, that was Annika Lemon. Chris and I both love to hear our voices so much that we're going to talk a lot at the same time. We might even break into a song. It looks like Aubrey Barton is going to be our unofficial fifth place for beginning girls, which also is on podium with Lone Peak. Well done. Taylor Todd came across with a huge old fist bump. That is right. When you finish, it's a tricky course, but it's beautiful and it is difficult. We had one rider a couple races ago that right before the finish line actually got off his bike, and we thought, what is happening? He still was cruising, and he jumped up and did a little side kick, little heel kick to the finish line. We've got a whole bunch of girls just flying across the finish line. They're coming through so fast that our computer's lagging behind. But, man, we just had a whole big group come through, and they are just cruising. It is so fun to see these girls coming across. And, actually, we really need to get more girls out here riding. Yes, we do. Oh, there's a sprint to the finish. Oh, and sneaking up right alongside it, Timpanogos rider. Oh, lagging behind here on our timing. We got some more. We got another 2 riders coming in. Oh, we've got 3 coming in, and it's going to be a sprint here. It's going to be close to see how 2 of them are coming in. Pulling ahead is Lone Peak. They are all coming through just so strong, and you can tell they are exhausted. I do have to say, I love the octopus that was on top of one of those girls' helmets. It's probably a good luck charm. Was it Genesis? And we apologize. We're trying to get everyone's name, but we also are getting a mix of those who are starting and those who are finishing. So it gets a little confusing, but I can see some of our riders that have started are on that other race.
Peterson, Hannah High School, followed by Westlake rider Sydney Matson.
Ooh, coming in strong. We got a Lone Peak rider. Well done. That was a strong finish. Oh, fist pumping all the way through the finish line. Well done. Very strong finish there from Carbon High. Once again, apologizing for not being able to get all their names. Sometimes it's hit and miss as we have some technical difficulties, but all of these ladies have been coming through strong, and it's fun to see that relief on their face and also the joy of finishing such a hard course. Nice. Lone Peak rider just finishing up here. Well done, ladies. Finishing strong. I could always make up a few names for everybody and totally guess. I'm not going to do that, though. We're working on it. Technical difficulties. Nice. Very strong finish there from Westlake. You know who I bet is not having any difficulties is Game On Live Studio. This is our live streaming that's happening. A huge shout out to Sean for stepping in to do a live streaming for us. Their website is www.gols.co. Go check them out. Game On Live Studio. We've got another rider coming through from Westlake. That was Lily finishing up. Bingham coming through. Who was that, Chris? Well done.
We've got a lost helmet that just showed up in the announcer's booth here. It's a gray one. Come and pick it up. Let's see. Jenna Carter, Copper Hills High School.
Yeah, if you've lost your helmet, come and see us at the Speed Zone tent. And remember, you can't be riding your bike without a helmet, so you might want this. Anyway, we'll just have it over here at the Speed Zone tent. If you've lost your helmet, it's Freetown. It's kind of a lightish bluish gray, and is kind of a little wet. So I'm guessing this person's already raced. So if you are missing a soggy helmet, come see us.
Folks, Squirt Products. Squirt Products is a unique chain lubricant. It contains waxes and water in emulsion form that stays clean, lasts long, and extends drivetrain life. Looks like we got Mountain Ridge Rider coming across the finish line. That is Abby Rasmussen. Squirt Products, it's 100% biodegradable and was rated by Bike Rumor as one of the top lubricants on the market. Squirt is currently offering 25% off all NICA riders and coaches. So remember, if you need lube on the move, think Squirt. Let's see, that is Lily Miner, Cedar Valley, Mackenzie Rice, Mountain Ridge. Selective Vision. Selective Vision is the Utah League's professional photographer. Pictures of the race can be found on our website under the Races tab. With thousands of pictures to choose from, we know you'll find a special moment captured. That's Mountain Ridge rider Samantha Tibbetts coming across the finish line. Nice work. She's followed by Lone Peak rider Lola Benson. Folks, also, we know that you guys take lots of great pictures when you're out on course. We'd love to see those. Please share those with us on the league's social media outlets on Facebook and Instagram. We got two riders pushing it right to the end here. That's Westlake rider Grace Samuelson and Kiara Taylor, Lone Peak.
With a relieved little hoot as she went across the finish line, saying that she was finished.
You can find us on Facebook at Utah High School Mountain Biking, as well as Instagram at Utah HSMTB. Share your good pictures with us. We'd love to see them.
So just some unofficial endings here. So for the Junior Devo Advanced Girls, unofficially, we have got Kaya Miller, Aspen, Fonger Quincy, Reaper, Bryn Agard, and Sophie Draper. Unofficially, that is our podium for the Junior Devo Advanced Girls.
That's Westlake rider London Chipman. London with a Y. That's Eliza Cook, Lone Peak High School.
Oh, we've got
two riders. Madison Lords, Sophie Freeman. We're about a half an hour. That's actually we're closer to an hour away from our fourth wave riders. That's going to be our varsity boys and varsity girls. Kind of our showcase event, folks. Get ready for that. About 10:20.
So exciting. Oh, here comes a strong finish. Absolute exhaustion in their faces. Thank you, Marshall.
Lucy Davis, Harriman High School.
If you notice there in that orange vest, that was one of our course marshals that rides with the teams. They are fantastic, and we are always in need of volunteers.
As we look forward to our varsity boys and girls races, just to give you a little idea, they are going to ride 3 extended laps for the boys and 2 extended laps for our varsity girls. That's a lot of riding, folks, on this really challenging and fun course there. It's going to be fun to see how that comes together today.
Oh, and it's always so exciting to watch them as they're going around on different laps and their different times. We've got another rider coming in. Well done, Audrey.
That's Audrey Madsen. Kenna Gunderson, Mountain Ridge High School. Fun to see both of our girls and boys participate in mountain biking. They all ride the same courses. We've got all different levels of proficiency, skill levels, and that sort of thing. Everybody rides in mountain biking. Nobody rides the bench here, folks. So fun to see them push it right to the end here. We've got a Bingham rider coming up to the finish line. That is Michelle Barden, Bingham High School. Nice work. Avery Evans, Mountain Ridge High School.
So while we're waiting for some more riders to come across, I'd just like to recognize Pivot Cycles. Pivot Cycles is a platinum sponsor, and it is filled with passion for mountain bikers just like you and I. They are designing, prototyping, and testing the best mountain bikes in the world in their backyard in Tempe, Arizona. So we'd like to thank Pivot Cycles for all of their support. We can't do this without them.
Also, Envy Composites. They're located at the foot of the Wasatch Mountains in Ogden. Envy manufactures carbon fiber cycling rims and components. Envy's wheels and components are chosen by the best cyclists in the world, including the Cannondale Factory Racing and the Santa Cruz Syndicate. Envy is one of the only companies in the bicycle industry to manufacture entirely in the United States of America, and all Envy rims and wheel sets are handmade in Ogden, Utah, USA.
It sounds like you know a lot about that company. You got some knowledge going on up in there. Another one of our amazing sponsors is Adobe. And I am going to tell you about Adobe after we recognize this rider coming through.
This is West Granite composite rider Alexa Davis.
And we've got another rider coming up fast. Just about to the finish. Big sigh of relief.
Eden Carlson, Lone Peak High School.
Finishing up and out of her saddle. I love it. But let me tell you a little bit about Adobe. Adobe is reimagining customer experience management with Adobe Experience Cloud, the industry's only end-to-end solution for experience creation, marketing, advertising, analytics, and commerce.
Maggie Larson, Orem High School. Folks, as the sun comes up, we're enjoying a beautiful day. Make sure you get on that sunscreen. Don't want to go home with a sunburn on your neck there. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, especially our riders and racers out there, keeping well hydrated. That's Lone Peak rider Holly Hine. Excuse me, Molly Hine. Sometimes I can read.
Hooked on Phonics did not work for you. So a little bit about this race course that they are going through. It is 5.8 miles and has 384 feet of elevation, and it combines with like a flowy single track with a bit of slick rock, but it's an extremely fun finish. The course starts with a small dirt road and spreads out to a field. The riders then turn on to an area that's called the Twilight Zone. It's a rolling single-track trail with slick rock sections for a few wooden bridges with ride-arounds. Next is another section of dirt road to allow for passing before turning onto the Three Peak Trail. After that, they can just let it rip into a fun and flowy rolling section of this trail. Riders will then turn onto another dirt road that starts off flat, but then turns into a steep and loose climb. This takes a lot of technical ability. That loose climb is called Jesus Hill. Pretty sure because you are praying the whole way up. The best descent comes immediately after with a fast blow on the big hole loop, and technical slick rock on Lost World. There will be one AMB line option on Lost World featuring steep rock rolls, which will be open to the varsity and JVA categories. Once the slick track ends, it's time to hammer it out on the dirt road to the finish area. And that's where we get to be watching them here. And it's just so fun to see them with that just grit on their face, climbing up this hill to the finish line and finishing it with all they've got.
Absolutely. I just had a fantastic time pre-riding the course yesterday. I found the first techie section really enjoyable. All kinds of different lines out there. I think that's really the hallmark of this course. So many different lines that can be taken. I think it's really going to reward those riders that have good bike skills, that are willing to take a risk and maybe take a slightly riskier line and get around one of their opponents that's chosen a more safe but potentially slower line there. Really give them an opportunity to mix things up. There's 2 or 3 different road sections there that open up that give plenty of room in the flat for those riders to get by people if they've got the stamina and endurance to be able to do that there. There's also some great fun downhill sections that provide some great obstacles to hop over and to have a lot of fun. I think it's going to be, for our advanced riders, just an absolute riot and romp as they make their way through this course that's located on the Three Peaks Recreation Area. That's a Bureau of Land Management administered area there. These are our public lands, folks. We're happy to be here. We're appreciative of the support of the Department of the Interior as well as the Bureau of Land Management. Please use our public lands wisely. Be fire safe. Make sure that you pack out your litter as well.
It's always fun to watch on these trails when you can see that there's a lot of uphill climb and then downhill technical skills. Some accelerate, doing the uphill climb, and some, they just dominate going downhill. And it's always fun to see the different strengths. And then those that can do both, well, they tend to win. But there's many that definitely have dominant strength, and it's so fun to watch them out there. And to also see them come across the finish line, some with tears, some with joy, some of us with relief, some dance. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So all of you out here on the finish line, we want to hear you cheering them in. Just a quick reminder, please do not cross over the trail. I'm going to repeat that again. Do not cross over the trail. I know that blue ribbon is pretty, but it is not there for decoration. It is there for safety. Please don't cross over the trail.
So we've got our third wave of riders out there. This is our Beginner Boys 8, both splits, and Beginner Boys 7. Both of those groups have 2 groups there. That shows really the popularity where we've got so many riders. We've got to divide them up into 2 different groups there. It makes a little bit of a logistical challenge as we try to combine their scores and that sort of thing, but that's the best way for us to give them the best opportunity to have their best performance out there today, folks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's really important that as these riders are out there also, that they remember about the staying hydrating. I can talk. I'm well done. But staying hydrated and also having lots of nutrition. Somebody that is fit to the T is Jason. If you would like to know some good nutrition tips, he can break it down for you.
Looks like we've got Orem High School rider. That's Glowina Smith coming across the finish line. Nice work.
Well done. I can hear the cowbells ringing.
This looks like Provo High School rider Tabitha Robertson.
That was with a huge sigh of relief coming across that finish line. It is tough out there. It's not an easy track.
It's not an easy track. Let's make sure we give our riders a wide berth. I know that especially in this first techie section there that cuts through the camping areas there where folks have their trailers and campers and RVs set up. Please make sure you're mindful of the course there. Give our racers the best opportunity to be safe and to put in their best times there. Follow the instructions of our course marshals as well as our volunteers that are there to help give our student athletes a safe ride, but also to keep you safe as well. We've got great opportunities for viewing this race today from some of the unique rock features that we have here in the Three Peaks area. Please be careful, especially with your small children as they're climbing on some of the rocks and that sort of thing. We hate to have an accident off course.
But speaking of getting injured, one of our sponsors is Crash Pads. They are an amazing sponsor. As one of our newest sponsors, Crash Pads would like to offer 15% off the best bandages in the market, engineered specifically for athletes like this one coming across the line. Who would that be, Chris?
Kate McCurdy, Mountain Ridge High School.
She did not need a crash pad, but these crash pads are engineered specifically for athletes. Crash pad cushion protection and heal insanely fast.
Cedar Valley rider Emma Josephson.
You can get them now on Amazon. Crash Pads is a local Utah company, so let's support our local Utah companies. Thank you, Crash Pads.
Folks, if you want to tune into our live stream, we're excited to offer that to you today from Game On Live Studio. You can tune in at www.gols.co. They're also at Game On LS. Make sure you tune in. It's got, I believe, both video and audio live stream of the events rolling out here at Three Peaks Recreation Area. Even for folks that weren't able to make the trip, if you got grandparents or friends and family at home that want to tune in, send them that website and they can tune in and hear the live stream, folks.
Here comes another rider finishing off. It sounds like this is Jordan. Autumn with
That's Autumn Dancero, Jordan High School. Nice work.
Well done, Autumn.
So I'm sure our varsity boys and girls are out there warming up. We're looking for start times of 10:20 and 10:25 respectively for our varsity boys and girls. Again, varsity girls, 2 extended laps on this fun and challenging course. The varsity boys, 3 extended laps there. We've seen some great cycling action from our varsity athletes over the last 3 races, and we look forward to more of the same here today. It's going to be fun to see if maybe some this favors riders with other skill sets today because of the techie sections. We got riders coming in, folks. This looks like it could be our top finisher here for one of the beginning boys. That's Benjamin Hill, Mountain Ridge High School, provisional first place rider in our beginner 8th grade boys. Looks like we got a Cedar Valley rider coming across the finish line, bunning hopping across there. That's Grady Gunter. That's our unofficial 2nd place beginner 8th grade boys rider, Cedar Valley High School.
I love the little hop finish there at the end. He just hopped right over that finishing mat. Oh, we have got some coming in super fast, Chris. This is exciting. I love race day. Peeking over his shoulder, making sure he comes through first.
That's Provo rider Mark Lewis, James Tullis, Carbon High School. We were just at their home track last 2 weeks ago at Price. That's Lone Peak rider J.D. Maybe, followed by Bingham High School rider Lincoln Nieder, excuse me.
Thank you for those corrections. We really do like when you correct us.
That's Mountain Ridge rider Benson Danzy. So these are our beginner 8th grade boys that are making their way in. Looks like we got another Cedar Valley rider. That is Miles Willard. That's Lone Peak rider Max Niche. Followed by Mason Rice, Mountain Ridge, and August Knobloch, West Granite Composite. Nice work.
I love the energy that's out here. I love everybody cheering for anyone coming across. That's what it's about.
Orem High School, that's Logan Wright.
Oh, we have got a rider coming in fast. He is going to push it hard to the end.
These guys are really pushing it right to the edge. Looks like Orem High School, Luke Johnson and Benson Smith from Cedar Valley High School fighting right to the end. That's Bingham High School rider Austin Fee.
Oh, sneaking around the corner.
Gavin Hughes, Scott Tolman.
Gotta love when riders just sneak up on each other like that, and he just came busting around the side of him.
That's right. Don't stop pedaling until the end.
Sometimes you can't even take the time to look behind you. Just expect someone to be right there and ride hard to the end. So with our varsity riders that are going to be coming up, the varsity boys are going to be doing 22.5 miles, which is a long ways, and our girls are going to be doing 15 miles. It is a long ride for these kids. We've got another rider coming up fast. Chris, tell me about this rider. Who may it be?
All right, I'll tell you. We've got Riverton rider Jacob Canals, followed by Harriman rider Mason Greenberg and Harriman rider Chase O'Neill. Orem rider Bells Black, Colin Taylor, Riverton High School.
Now, for some of these riders, it's their first season out riding. And to watch the improvement of all these kids is just amazing. From the first ride, even to the first race, even to now, they make huge improvements along the way.
Logan Strong, Harriman High School. Yeah, some of these riders, their first season, some of them honestly come to their first practice having not ridden a bike for quite a long time and really kind of have to get back to feeling comfortable on a bike and move in just a couple of practices and races to battling on some of these really challenging courses. That's Max Warren, Mountain Ridge High School, coming across the finish line, followed by his teammate Taj Knight and Trent Timothy from Cedar Valley High School. Harriman High School's Jaden Mangelson. Thanks for the great energy here at the finish line. We know you want to see your riders. Please be mindful of the course. Let's give our riders a wide berth. Please only cross at designated crossing areas. Stay behind the tape. We really do this for the riders' safety and making sure they have the best ride they can. That's Keely Harper, Orem High School. Nice work. Westlake High School, Isaac Newram. Yes. Cedar Valley High School, Brent Heaton, followed by West Granite Composite. That's Nico Toiler. Chris Morley. Nice to meet you, Dave. Thanks for coming out. Harriman High School's Judson Williams. We're still in 8th grade boys here, folks. That is Isaac Castle, Orem High School.
With a wonderful finish. Very strong finish. Here comes another rider. I love the bright orange helmet. You can spot him from miles away.
That is Dexter Farnsworth. You know, pink helmets make you go at least 3.3% faster.
That was a pink helmet, wasn't it? I think that's science, like real data.
Several studies confirm that.
Let's see, that was Adrian Vasquez Orpeza from Cedar Valley. That was Bolt Miller and DJ Kessler coming across strong there.
Yeah, we really struggle with, it should come up in some sort of order, but we're having issues with when riders are going through the start line.
Alexander came across strong, followed by Levi and Connor, and also Claire finishing off there. Ryan just came across the finish line from Cedar Valley.
This whole season, but if you've got any expertise, we'd love to see it happen. Roast beef, please. That would be great. Thank you very, very much.
Candace?
You are the best. Do we have one for volunteer? Okay, gotcha. Sorry, Dave. Give me a sandwich there. Okay, very good. That is Ashby Bloomer, Orem High School. Great work.
With a huge smile on his face, that was Grant Allen crossing the finish line.
You've got kids or a kid with Harriman?
Yeah, I got a advanced Evo girl and a JV.
Yes, coming across, pumping his fist. That was Beck Linford. I love that finish. We've got Weather McCord and Matthew Beckmazin. Probably said that wrong. Ezra Bastian comes
Huge
right
sigh of
behind him.
relief coming across the finish line for
That was
for
that was
Ezra there.
Big old sigh. You always get all different finishes, but they're always fun to watch. That was Caleb Zarlengo. Caleb Zarlengo, well done. We have 3 coming across all together. We have got Mason, Pattison, Ethan Brown, and Liam Leslie. Good job. Emmett came flying on through. Strong finish, followed by Austin Peterson and Spencer Chang. Well done, Spencer.
Pushing bikes across the finish line, folks. That's true dedication.
That was Wyatt Bird and Porter Cousins, followed by Maxwell Braithwaite. Braithwaite? I'm not sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that he has the last name. Bowen Porter also came across with Provo High. We also got some other finishers coming in fast. Very strong finish there by Harriman Ryder. Another Harriman Ryder following through. followed by Westlake. A sprint to the finish. So close there by those two. Lone Peak coming in strong. We've got a whole bunch coming in right now, just giving it all they got across the finish line. Ooh, a quick peek over his shoulder, making sure no one's behind him, and crosses just in time. Apologize for not being able to announce all these riders. We are having some more technical difficulties. Computers are not always in our favor. This is why we should not design robots. They'll take over.
So in that last group there, we had a number of riders.
Oh, we've got a sprint to the finish. Push strong, boys. Go on through. Yes. Well done. Had one rider trying to catch up to the other and just couldn't make it in time.
We're working on some technical difficulties here, folks, with our technology that gives us our names of our finishers here. Please be patient with us.
Both riders coming through with a sigh of relief, finally finishing that hard course. We have got a few riders that are going to be sprinting to the finish here, and they are giving it all they've got. Oh, but the big jump.
Bunny hop across the
end.
finish line. That was Oliver Schreiber, Jacob Bullock, Zachary Cutler. These guys are just pushing right to the end here, making moves right at the end. That's the Lone Peak rider, Tate Beal, Ford Peterson, Max Hansen, Westlake High School, Noah Stallings from Harriman, Gavin Moody, Dallin Morgan, Hayden Richens. Fantastic. That's Bella Ferrio, Harriman High School.
Ferrio. Well done, Bella. Way to finish off. I don't know if any of you noticed, but we had one of our Elevate riders come through, and he had a really strong finish. Elevate is one of the amazing programs that NICA has for all students. Just saying, all students can ride, any walks of life. We've got another rider coming in. Oh, hands up in the air for victory. That was Derek Shamrell.
Look at that, pushing bikes across. That's Xander Lloyd, Bingham High School.
Oh,
Look at the dedication there. He's just left it all on the track today, folks.
that is so true. It looks like he has got some chain issues, but he was not going to let that stop him.
Jeff Solomon, Adam Cox, Carter Bodell, Jaden Rigby, Regan Jessup. Bingham High School, Jackson Barrett, Wyatt Lloyd, Cedar Valley High School. Cozen Quinns, Corbin James. That's true. Whole group of riders here. Logan Patterson, Ethan Wrigley, Carter Thompson. Lots of enthusiasm. That's Harvey Meekum, Harriman High School, coming across the finish line. That's some real enthusiasm there, folks. So fun to see them come across the line, having enjoyed their ride, and just letting it all out when they cross that finish line. Looks like another Mountain Ridge rider making his way here to the finish line. That is Carter Camp, followed by Bingham High School rider Bryson Peck. Fantastic. Parents, coaches, thanks so much for all of your hard work, for bringing about these smiles on these riders' faces as they come across the finish line. This is Orem High School rider Turlin Peck, followed by Braden Harden and Ethan Brown, Mountain Ridge High School. That's Kyle Erickson, Harriman. Hands in the air, coming across the finish line. Mason Price, Mountain Ridge. Connor Johnson. Orem High School rider, Wells Clausen, Tegan Escobar, Mountain Ridge High School. Big smile on his face. That's Gavin Carlson, Harriman High School. Thanks so much for the great energy here at the finish line. Cowbells, cheers, words of encouragement. Thanks so much for bringing such a good spirit here. We love it. That's Westlake High School rider Robert Merrill. Orem and Timpanogos, that's Freddie Hicks and Miles Belknap. Thank you. You good? All right. That one's yours. What? I'll have one of these. Drex Larson, Mountain Ridge High School. Orem High School rider Peter Barkdole. Winston Gunnell, Westlake High School, followed by Brody Qualey and Levi Bloomer from Orem High School. Folks, check your results on the monitor at the back of the timing trailer. Chandler Riley, Westlake High School. Cedar Valley, Aiden Morgan, followed by his teammate Luke Johnston. Big scream. That's Leo Siemens, Mountain Ridge High School. Big cheer across the finish line. Folks, there's a couple of monitors on the east side of the timing trailer that's just across from the finish line and the announcer's booth. Check out your results there if you'd like. So we're about 10 minutes away from the start of both our boys and girls varsity races. These are going to be exciting. Harriman High School, Cohen Armstrong. Thanks to all of our volunteers. If you'd like to volunteer as a stationary trail marshal, check in with our volunteer booth. That's Bingham High School rider Tyler Mansouri. Nice work. Westlake High School, Connor Peterson and Zach Schmaltz, also Westlake High School. West Granite Composite, Andrew Wicker. Nice work. Oh, these guys are pushing right to the end here. Maybe Timpanogos rider Eric Fulkerson. Let's see. That's Eric Fulkerson and Ryan Bailey from Orem High School there, followed by Lucas Sellen and Cole Clark, Cedar Valley High School. That's Caden McNeil and Tristan Gerber. Should already be in the staging area are varsity girls and boys. These are our top-notch athletes, folks. Some of these racers have been competing for the last 6 or 7 years. They're at the top of their game. They're going to throw down some super fast laps on this really techie course. Westlake rider Ashton Hooten. That's Abe Kolwich. Court Lloyd also in that group. Christopher Huntsman, Bingham High School. Bennett Brown, Lone Peak High School. If you've got time, folks, we are in need of extra stationary trail marshals out on course starting around the noon hour. If you're able to do that, please go to the pavilion here to the south of the announcer's booth there on the finish line and let them know you'd like to participate. That's Benjamin Bergman, Orem High School. Jordan High School rider Sagan Hennifer, excuse me. Isaac Aldridge, Lone Peak High School. We got a whole big group of riders right here. Corbin Clark, Luke Barrett, Whitaker Smith, Zia Taylor, Noah Indo, all in that big group there, followed by Westlake rider Ezra Nicolason. Pushing strong all the way to the end, that's Harriman rider Jackson Curtis.
Well done, Tyler Crockett, coming in strong with Lone Peak.
We're about 5 minutes out from the start of our boys varsity race. The girls varsity will start about 5 minutes thereafter at 10:25. This is going to be exciting, folks. I'm interested to see how our top riders are going to negotiate this techie course. Not a lot of climbing in this course today, folks. More obstacles that need to be traversed and lots of up and down compared to long, arduous climbs. So we'll see if that lends itself to some other riders that maybe bring a different skill set to the table today. Go ahead.
Because I can't help
And that is Westlake rider Kel Smoot. We doing okay for you? Okay. Folks, please tune in to our Game On live studio stream of both audio and visual today. You can find that at www.gols.co. Tell the folks at home, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins that couldn't make it today that they can tune in and follow the progress of their rider. They're also at Game On LS. I guess, that's right. I hope it sounds all right. This looks like Henry Adams, Mountain Ridge High School. Nice work. Again, these are our beginner 7th grade boys. This is maybe the 3rd race of their entire life here, folks. They're putting down the power. They're doing a great job. Big smiles, some huge sighs of relief, too, coming across the finish line. Also shows a lot of progress. This is Jack Christensen, Lone Peak High School. Thanks again to all of our race staff and volunteers that help with so many different things, with parking, with setting up pit zones, making sure that people get in the right spots that they can park, that they've got places to set up team tents and that sort of thing. Thanks also to our head coaches, assistant coaches, ride leads and sweeps, those that set up the tents, that haul the trailers, that get the kids to the place that they need to be. I know that for my son, it's a full-time job just to remind him to tie his shoes. So we're grateful for those people that can remind him of all the other super important stuff. That is Westlake rider Hayden Foster coming across the finish line strong. Nice work. Also, Copper Hills, Hayden Manwaring. We've got Dallin Patterson from Mountain Ridge High School. Also, Timpanogos rider, or Orem rider, excuse me. That's Dallin Patterson. Excuse me, Mountain Ridge rider Dallin Patterson. Brandon Beard from Orem High School also in the mix there. Yeah, in theory this works really, really great, but you can see in practice it's rough. That's Oliver Harmon, Provo High School, finishing it out strong. We can't do these races without the support of our valued sponsors. One of those is Pivot Cycles. Around the globe, the world's fastest athletes race on Pivot Cycles. From World Cups to Pan American races, the Olympics, and National Championship, Pivots perform at the very highest level. Stop over at the Pivot tent to learn more about their technology. Also, can't say enough about our comfort stations that are provided by IGotPoop.com. Meet the newest platinum sponsor for the Utah League. We handle all of your waste disposal needs, including portable toilets, septic tank, plumbing and service, sewer inspection, cameras, roll-off dumpsters, drain cleaning, video pipe locating, septic system repair and install, and many, many more services. We have multiple locations throughout Utah. So we're just about ready to have the start of our boys varsity races. Yeah, and then these ones here are like the sweeps and I guess we just have the sweeps and the on-course marshals and that sort of thing. Yeah, I wish I understood technology better, but we've got a Lone Peak rider pushing it right to the end here. This looks like Elijah Black, Lone Peak High School. Nice work, buddy. Well, I'm thrilled that the weather is cooperating.
Yeah, so far so good. Powder Mountain, my daughter was lined up to race when they called it. So
That's rough. My son was supposed to be the boys group right after those girls, and yeah, and I haven't heard the end of it. So I mean, he knows there's nothing to do, but it's just yeah. Folks, let's cheer on. This looks like Kai Nilsson from Jordan High School. He is persevering and pushing that bike all the way into the finish line here. Nice work, buddy. This really exemplifies, I think, our student athletes in high school mountain bike racing. You know, sometimes our bikes, even though we did our best there, our bikes sometimes let us down, and we push them across the finish line. Nice work, Kai. Sounds like he took a hard crash and picked himself up, dusted himself off, and made it to the end. Well done, Kai. Well done, buddy. Woo-hoo. Zach Stocking, Harriman High School rider, coming across the finish line strong. Great job. Nice job, Steve. Sweep. Yeah, and that's the schedule. So you've got start times right here, and then this is sort of when they're supposed to be in staging. I think it should be the other way around, but it's
that was probably the end of the 7th and 8th grade boys.
yeah, what does it show there? Yeah, I think it is. We are just getting the last of those 7th and 8th grade boys. So I think we've just had the start of our varsity boys race there. Folks, clear the way there in that starting area there where we've got both foot traffic and our race course that are so close together. We want to make sure that they have the fastest and the safest course available to them. We should see them coming by here any second here just to the south past the first aid tent. Remember, 3 extended laps. They get that bonus section for the varsity riders for the boys, and 2 of those grueling extended laps for our varsity girls. It looks like there's our first boys varsity riders just coming past the first aid tent to the south of the announcer's tent here. So it'll be interesting to see what our lap times are. We've had, I think, some of our fastest so far have been kind of in the 26-minute range. It'll be interesting to see what sort of time frame we're looking at for our varsity athletes. I think that's how
Preston snuck right past us. Finishing off there. Well done, Preston. We have been having some beautiful weather. We got some looming clouds coming at us, but hopefully it won't be anything too serious and we'll be able to keep our races going. Talk about going. I'd like to talk about one of our sponsors. I Got Poop. They're a pretty great sponsor. They are a platinum sponsor, and they handle all of your waste disposal needs, including portable toilets, septic tank pumping and service, sewer inspection camera, roll-off dumpsters, drain cleaning, video pipe locating, septic system repair and install, and many more services. We have multiple locations through Utah. That is I Got Poop. Rumor be it that if you actually use them for one of your events, that they will give you a hat that even says that. I mean, who wouldn't want to wear that hat is what I want to know. We have many, many wonderful corporate sponsors. One of them that I personally do love is Velocirax. It's a patent-pending bike rack system, vertical tire-mounted bike racks with roll-in, roll-out loading, dampered hinging for easy loading and backdoor vehicle access, thick rubber straps for securing bikes with wheels of all sizes, fat back bike tire baskets available, built-in proprietary anti-rattle mechanisms keep your bikes from taking a beating. All Velocirax come with a hitch lock, bike lock securing points, and all needed hardware to mount the rack in your garage for bike storage, which is super nice, especially if you're a family that has a lot of bikers. It's nice to be able to get them up off the floor, especially during the winter when you're not able to get out there and riding as much as you want. And then you don't have anybody getting their bike run over in the garage. Since we're all just hanging out together, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this course because I know inquiring minds over here, all four of you want to know.